With zero experience in camping, I started my first night on the island. Among all cheap and lousy gear pieces I brought for this freezing windy weather, good book had the ultimate value. It kept pushing my thoughts away of the Blair Witch Project. That damn thing started haunting me with the first dark, and wasn't letting go. It was the main reason why leaving the tent was a stupid idea. Second was the awareness that the tent might end up in water without me inside. New Belgrade embankment is area between blocks 70 and 45, across the Ada Ciganlija island. It's a place where people come to meet, enjoy fresh air, party, or even catch their dinner. For others, this is an open area to walk their pets, do some exercise, or play zone for parents and their kids. As the city grows, this place is also booming, which is visible by many new clubs and restaurants. Many of them were renovated or also expanded in past several years. It's cool to watch how embankment evolves with time, led by necessity to keep up with tendencies of current time. Since I've spent my entire life in this neighborhood, I witnessed many changes that took place here. One thing, however, can't be forced away or replaced by symbols of modern times, and that thing is this brutalism. Persistent reminder of communist era, now decorated with traces of urban culture from the 90s. While the embankment is treasury of great memories, many of which are once-in-a-lifetime experiences, completely new dimension is river itself. Summertime is period when everything is crowded by scooters, yachts, speedboats and sailing boats, and each vessel tells its story. Spectators' eye would catch family boat firing cannonballs from the deck or slowly moving wooden piece in colors of Jamaican flag, followed by cloud of smoke. Most boats will however please viewers' eye with sight of beautiful women, some of them even topless, who are usually sunning their oiled curves on deck while toasting with sparkly drinks in one hand and smartphone in another. I can only imagine the pandemonium of excitement on one side versus different expectations on what should be the outcome of the average river cruise. Main character in this story is 20-year-old student girl who came to experience a ride on speedboat for the first time in her life. She was invited by her older cousin to join her with some super cool guys she had met last weekend, and her cousin's girlfriend, who everyone on social networks call gold-digging slut. The captain of the boat is chubby, but cute enough in the eyes of our young lady, and she already caught his look a couple of times. Apparently, a son of some prominent city lawyer, and evidently, well-raised young man. He openly shows frustration by Gold Digger's attempts to take over the steering of the boat, no less than from his lap. Our main character even has no time to be discussed by that scene, since she has to deal with three testosterone-overwhelmed melonheads who compete for her attention in all possible disturbing ways. And all she came for were some nice posts on her Instagram. Poor Captain's brain, on the other side, has to project the safest and most comfortable route for his female guests, who are already tipsy and seduced by the likes and comments they are already getting while they all gently glide on waves. At the same time, poor Captain's brain projects mental image of him gliding into slutty Gold Digger while being stimulated with beats of pop, dance, and trap music, often within only one song. I can only guess how this story ends for our characters, since the speedboats pass by me in much greater speed than what my imagination could reach. Somewhere between all of them are we, the paddlers. Even if our ride is not so intensive like previously described one, it's worth to mention how much we enjoy grabbing our share of the river. It was love at first ride for me and Kayak. At the beginning, it looked like one-night stand between drunk tourist and hooker in early morning hours on Thailand. I found one-time offer for cheapest kayak money could get last year and decided to grab it. It took me quite a lot of time until I decided to go out and try it. I was unfamiliar with beauty of riding kayak, so I wasn't tempted to go and do it. Now I'm on water each time when I see the chance. That feeling I have on water is like telling your boss to go fuck himself for no reason. It's that sense of freedom which is worth no matter how short it lasts. And that is why each second on water compensates hours in office or traffic jam. Speaking of traffic jam, late projects, tight deadlines, long meetings, or reporting to higher ranked motherfuckers, all that makes solid opener for morning elevator chat with a colleague you know nothing about outside of work. There is nothing bright to share with some random guy from the office while your mind is struggling to recall the tattoo on stripper's thigh from which you were snoring cocaine the night before. Thank you, corporate culture, for reminding us to stay legit in eyes of our coworkers and suppressing crazy idea of talking about stupid stuff we do in our free time. There is sort of people, however, here on River, who are not constrained by worries about impression they make on their coworkers. People who wouldn't tell much in previously mentioned elevator chat, but people who would share the experience of close encounter with stripper, who incredibly resembles on girl from the poster, which proudly hangs on the walls of their working space. I had a chance to observe these not give a fuckers for 20 plus years, and I always imagined of being in their seat. I talk about guys who operate these barges for oil, coal, sand and gravel. While looking on them, I can't get rid of stereotype image of rum drinking captain which has been planted in my mind by comics and cartoons through many years of growing up. When I think of them, a smile always appears on my face. And how could it be different? Slow maneuvering of these giants looks like something I would gladly do for a living, while sipping a drink and sunbathing on deck. Although I'm sure it's not that simple, instructions are clear. When you encounter with one of them, they are not going away. You have to move on aside and try to catch some waves that stay behind them as a gentle reminder to all of us who is the main dude on these waters. previous night was full of uncertainty. It was rock solid that I'm starting a day with championship formula. Wake and bake plus can of beer. I had two things on my list to do. First was to move my tent to better wind protection zone. Other thing was to resupply my water. The reason why this island was perfect choice for camping destination is availability of fresh drinking water. Additional 5 kilos of water would probably transform my kayak into a submarine, since I already paddle over the weight limit. It would be such an epic fail to record how all my gear and supplies disappear on a river bottom, and I'm explaining to police officer who stopped me on my way home that I just had a boat sinking accident and I only tried to reach safety of my home. Fortunately, that was only a bad trip, and with all my duties completed, I was free to wander around and enjoy this awesome jewel of nature which I have occupied for this weekend. These pile dwellings are the only infrastructure on the island, and I hope it will stay that way. The fact that the island is being completely flooded almost each year prevents power from coming to the island. That basically saves the island's destiny from unplanned urbanization like in other parts of the town. Endless string of luxury houses in water protection area fits the picture same way as group of Arab sheikhs on nudist beach. Carried away by well-deserved freedom and unaware of time, I was wandering across my island deeply seduced with my thoughts. Since I didn't have specific goal to reach, I already made several circles around the island without even noticing. I was thinking about people that I love, who are stuck in their homes right now, eager to hear daily briefing with numbers of infected and diseased. The anticipation of the news creates tension like when junkie on local square reaches by hand to grab some coins after he has washed the windshield. Lockdown made us feel like we all live in some small towns and we just need to get that daily dose of actuality. Looking from that perspective, we are no different than junkie who will soon have enough money for his dose of poison. At least his poison will make him happy for a while or just help him to forget his miserable situation. While endless rubbish that our officials serve to us, spiced with highly unnatural self-pity, feels good to stomach as much as a gay porn with bukkake scene. I was checking if river police would appear at any time. They are welcome as much as Royal Navy's visit would be appreciated on Hidden Pirate Island. Fortunately, my desert island remains free of any intruders. privilege of staying here represents a real immunity of entire shitty pandemic situation that has trapped us all.